I've given the title to 58 part 5, Knowledge is Power. Now, one of the things that I want to impress upon you in the earlier stages is the function of the swing. The pre-shot routine, the grip and the posture, the alignment and the ball position, they all have one function, and that is to aid preparation. So the setup is to prepare. That's its function. So what is the purpose then of the backswing? Now, it's not to get in a good position. If it was, that would teach you 13 positions, one for every club. And then there's half shots, that's 26, and so on. So whether you're using a putter, a wedge, 6-iron, a drive, whatever club you're using, you have a preparation followed by a creation of power. Having created the power in the backswing, that power is used to hit the shot. So we prepare, we create power, and we release that power in the form of a shot. Now, can I just tell you this? The downswing is rarely of itself a creation of power. It should be you dispensing the power that you made in the backswing. In other words, when you use a catapult, the effort is in stretching the catapult, not in releasing it. Don't stretch your catapult and help the pebble forward. In the same way with the golf swing, don't load the body and then lunge with the body. Load the body, but hit the shot. Turn the shoulder and swing the club. So, we've gone through pre-shot routine, but we're looking at the function of the backswing now, okay? So, if I take my normal 6-arm posture, I'm going to narrow my stance and pull the 6-iron up my sleeve so I can make a small golf swing, which you'll recognise as a chip shot, okay? So I'm just going on the line of the yellow flag, and the ball goes forward, and the ball runs out to the flag. Now, this is the building block. This is the foundational stone of everything that we're going to do going forwards, okay? I built Explanar to give people an overview of the golf swing, and it allows me to teach adults as though they were children. If I taught an adult to ride a bicycle, I'd hold the saddle or give them training wheels. When I teach an adult to swing a golf club, I don't do it through the mind, I do it through feel using Explanar. Because this series is about the swing, then obviously we're engaging our mind a lot more. So at the end of these lessons, go back to playing the shot and the swings for free. But we are looking at the swing in detail at the moment. So, the reason I built Explanar was to teach people the motor skill of the first inch of the backswing. Now, the wrists can't start the backswing because they'd vote for upright. Nor can the forearms start the backswing because they would vote for flat. The thing that ignites the swing is the shoulder turn, okay? The biggest shoulder turn I possess is to here, just above shoulder high, okay? But if I step back into Explanar, I think you can see that shoulder turn is the thing that takes us to this point. Yes, I need to hinge my wrist later to get a full swing, but where we are now is we've got a huge amount of power just by going back with the shoulders and through. So, full scale 6-arm posture, narrow the stance, pull the club up the sleeve, and now the shoulder, arms and club work together to hit a little chip shot, and the ball runs out towards the flag. Okay? So, if I turn to the camera, okay, this is a correct shoulder turn. This is an incorrect one. You can hardly see the difference. Let's just look at that in detail. My shoulder and my left arm, that is a shoulder turn. That isn't. I believe the most critical thing in golf is the first inch of the backswing. If the shoulders facilitate the turn, we're in plane and creating power. But if the arm goes by itself, you're always going to be out of sync and you'll be dependent upon your timing for your accuracy. So, let's just have a look at that again. Tip from the hip. I can narrow my stance. I've pulled the club up my sleeve and the shoulders are facilitating this little chip and run shot, back and through. And you can see the ball just running there nicely towards the flag. Okay, now because the trees are only about 60 yards away behind the flag, if at the moment I gave you the full shoulder mechanism, I could probably hit the ball about 130 yards from that point. Now I think what you can tell is that if I go to the hockey stick image, the flat surface, if the arms go first and roll, you can see an incorrect blow. Or if I went back shut, which is less common, this way it's a glancing blow. So the journey has to be in the plane, in the swing, for the club face to behave. We don't want the club face twisting. So at that point we come to understand that the forearms have to be very passive. You see, if I turn to the camera and I show you the club face, I can roll it with my hands and my forearms. I'm not rolling my wrist, that's a misnomer. This is forearm rotation, okay? Now you can appreciate that if the forearms are spinning and turning and rolling, then the club face is volatile. When we're doing the short stuff, putting, chipping and pitching, because we've pulled the club up the sleeve and we're only allowing our shoulders to have any movement, sure the hands are working, but the forearms are passive. You see? If in putting or chipping you see me rolling the club face and forearms or hooding, I'm going to have a problem. The consistency actually comes from understanding that the shoulder ignites the swing. So here we go. There's a little chip shot and now through. You see, the power's still there and the body worked it out. So, can you see there's a natural order to the swing? Once you've prepared, it can't be the wrist, can it? Because that'd be too upright. It can't be the forearms, that'd be too flat. What we see is the swing plane, the farther of the swing plane, happens in the first inch of the backswing. This is a turn, this isn't. I think it's the most common fault, and whether I'm teaching a novice, an intermediate golfer, or a top-ranked tour player, loading the left shoulder in the first inch is absolutely key. So, there we have it. We've got good posture, we've got good grip, and now we've started to embark upon the movement of the swing, and we're starting to create power in the backswing. Once we've created the power, we get to choose how we use that power in the downswing.